Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of round 21 for the Flock and Geese's My Team Career Mode with Tico Zotta. And this is, I believe, the third and final sprint race of the season. The first one being at Imola in Italy, which we won. Then the second one was in Austria, with poor conditions, and we did come second. We did lose pole position to, I think it was Leclerc or Sainz, one of the two Ferraris. But no, still fantastic effort from the Goose. So the third one is here in Brazil. And yeah, as it says, 6 laps of no pit stops, 6 laps of basically just flooring it and just flocking those wings, so to speak. We got penalty points, but I'm sure we can manage. So let's get on with it, shall we?
Forget pit stops, forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Russell, Goose, Ocon, Ricciardo, and Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, and Gasly, Bottas, Joe, Sebastian Vettel, and Alex Albon, Stroll, Tsunoda, Latifi, and Oscar Piastri. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint.
I'm sorry, what? P7? Hey? What happened to the penalty points that we got? So the MGU heat component for the motor generator unit, the turbocharger, and the gearbox, that would have given us 15. But we're P7. That is FIA. This is the first time they've been nice to us this season. It makes a grown man cry. Anyway, P7, so this is why I like the sprint races. You don't have to worry about your tyres, you don't need to worry about your fuel. You could just floor it and flock those wings to your heart's content. So, that's what we're going to do, so let's just get on with it, shall we? Hopefully we beat Verstappen. But before we can fight Verstappen, we've got to obviously do the formation lap for the sprint race.
Okay, so our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the
Now,
car up to
luckily,
temperature, please. Get some loading to the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap.
now the good news is that the formation lap did go well, and then the game decided to give up afterwards, so I had to reboot the whole thing. So I thought I'd just keep the original formation lap in, so you will see the weather looks a bit different on the starting line.
Stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Well, that's good. Yeah, P7. That's an interesting one, because I thought we would have started further down the field, further down the line, but no, P7. So that's good. So it looks like Leclerc's in front, Norris P2, Verstappen P3, Hamilton P4, then Perez, then Russell, then us, the Goose, then Esteban Ocon, and Ricciardo, and then Carlos Sainz, and Fernando Alonso. So we interesting sprint races. So I hope you've enjoyed all of this. Hope you enjoyed this sprint race. It is the last sprint race of season 1 and of F1 22, as we'll be going on to F1 23 after season 1 ends. Sorry, I'm not feeling well. That's why my nose a bit. Oh, well done.
Okay, not the best placement there, mate. Let's try and get a good launch as the race starts.
Well done, Tico.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Yeah, you'll see the weather change here. See? Helicopter randomly spawned, and the 5 red lights here. And we're off. Sprint race number 3 for season 1. What? Oh my life, but we didn't get a good start. Ricardo and Ocon are on the side. 3 wide into turn 1. Chaos, Perez off the track. The Goose manages to get himself 2 positions ahead from P7 to P5. Straight through Perez and Ocon. The Goose is flocking hard, people. He has his sights set on position 4. And look who's in position 4. It's the Red Bull leader himself, Max Verstappen. The cheating Dutchman, that's what he is. Followed by Hamilton. And Leclerc's dropped down a place. He's in position 2. Norris is in P1. Oh god. He's going to be interesting to fight. Anyway. But our main objective now is Verstappen. Yes. The Goose lets him know that he's behind him. Meanwhile, we've got another Red Bull to worry about in the form of Sergio Perez. But never mind that. We just overtook Verstappen. Jesus, straight there. Verstappen just left the door open and we just went straight through it. Thank you very much, but I don't think Verstappen's finished yet. No, he's looking for an entry point. Oh, he nearly had it there on turn 1. First corner, the Goose manages to slam the door in Verstappen's face. It's excellent. So we've gained 3 positions in the sprint race. Is this normal for a sprint race? I don't think it is. Anyway, we're in position 4, so we've got Hamilton in front of us with Leclerc in P2. With both the Red Bulls in P5 and position 6. Sorry, I'm a bit... the after effects of a cold.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Mark reminding us of the fuel situation. Yeah, it's just a sprint race really. Nothing really else happens really after this. I think there's a couple of more action highlights in lap 4 and lap 5.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second.
Yeah, a
of
bit
the
too
car
late
end
on the
and
braking
in
there, and
zone.
DRS has been enabled, as Mark's just told us. Here comes Max Verstappen now. He's got some slipstream going on. He's got some momentum building, but will he be able to use it wisely? I don't know. At the moment, he's got no chance. Now, this is an interesting track because, well, Grand Prix rather, because if we not only beat Carlos Sainz, which we are already, but if we beat Verstappen as well, then we'll become champion, basically. So if we beat Verstappen and Carlos Sainz, overall, at the end of the Grand Prix, we'll become champion. Which I don't really know what's gonna. I don't know how the Grand Prix is gonna play out. I honestly don't know. It's like any other Grand Prix. It's just really unpredictable. Anything can happen. Anyway, lap 4 now. Verstappen is still wanting position 4 back, leaving his teammate behind as he does normally. nothing much happens here. Mind you though, we are catching up on Hamilton. We climb up the hill now to the back to the finish line for the start of lap 5, sorry. And we have the fastest lap, 1 minute 11. Bit wide on the brake there.
Enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Yeah, we should have let some fuel out first. I think would have made us lighter and faster. Oh well. Oh, nearly down to the back of Hamilton now, and this is where things get interesting. We may have a chance of some overtaking, and here's our first opportunity, and we do very nicely.
Okay,
Overtook Hamilton.
Great pass.
Thanks, Mark, for interrupting me. We just overtook Hamilton there. Position 3 now. And into the final lap.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Thanks, Mark. We know. And Hamilton has problems now because Verstappen wants position 4. Oh. Meanwhile, the Ferrari and McLaren have literally just shot off into the distance. So I don't believe we have a. Nah, we're third for this one. Mind you, though. Straight into the back of Leclerc. Yeah, the FIA, yeah.
Okay, careful with the overtakes. That was a bit risky. We could have received a penalty.
Risky? Do you want us to ask nicely? But it doesn't matter because we've overtaken him anyway. Position 2, people. Position 2. We've made up 5 positions from the start of the sprint race from position 7, and now we're probably going to end up in position 2 at the end of this sprint race for the start of the Grand Prix in the next and final part of round 21. And there we go. Checkered flag. Norris comes first, and the Goose comes second.
Nice work, mate. You did really
Position
well
2, people.
You're gonna be happy with that one.
I'm very happy with that one as well. Drive of the day. Oh, it's going to make the Grand Prix more interesting.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Goose increases their championship lead. Let's move on to the Constructors. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. With the sprint wrapped up, we now have our grid line-up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
You're not hearing things, guys. Yep. We've increased our lead by 11 points. But, no, we started P7 and we ended up in second place. Goose Lord, man. Literally. Before someone steals my quotes, I thought I'd just say it first. But they might have said it already. Rockstar. How you doing, buddy? Anyway. So your top 10, which will be the starting grid for, well, the startup for the Grand Prix in Part 3. So Norris will be your pole position starter. We're in P2. Charles Leclerc P3, Hamilton P4, Verstappen P5, Perez P6, Russell P7. Esteban Ocon P8, Gasly P9, Ricciardo P10, and what is Carlos Sainz doing in P12? Oh, never mind. Yeah, we won't talk about that either. So, I hope you've enjoyed the very last sprint race of this season. I've really enjoyed these sprint races. They've been fun to do, and I'm looking forward to Season 2's sprint races. But until then, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to check out my other channel, Tico Sprinter, and we'll see you in part 3 for the Grand Prix itself. Until then, take care.